everyone, so as you can probably tell from the title, this is just going to be a video showing you guys some quick and easy hairstyles that maybe you can try for school or whatever it may be, so let's get started. Okay, so for the first hairstyle, we're just going to take a chunk of our hair on the side opposite of our bangs, if we have bangs. Yeah. And then we're just going to loosely braid that. I just took about 2 inches of hair and braid it so that it's like going along your head. Because if you braid it the other way, then it's just gonna look weird when you do this look. So we're just braiding this. Okay, so when we get to about the end, we're just gonna secure it with an elastic. It doesn't matter what the elastic looks like, because we're just gonna take it out anyways. You'll see. Okay, and then take this side, and we're just going to do the same thing. Okay, and then secure it. This one doesn't have to be as braided down to the end because it's the side of the hair where everything's gonna happen. If that makes sense. Okay, so now we got 2 braids on either side, and we're just gonna take our hair and put it on the side with the shortest braid, and then we're just going to secure it with a ponytail or an elastic. Okay, so now that we got that, we're going to take the elastics out that are holding the braids from falling out. Okay, and after we've done that, we're just going to braid this part. So it's pretty easy. And then just secure it with an elastic. And I'm just going to loosen mine a little bit so that it looks messier. Okay, and that's just the look. So you have a braid going down here, and then just another braid. So that's super easy, it looks super cute, like you put so much time into it when you really didn't. So yeah. Okay, so for this next look, I'm just going to keep everything that we just did in the previous look, except I'm going to take the braid out, and I'm just going to do a low side bun, so it's pretty simple. But if you just wanted a normal low bun, you could take out these braids, but I think it looks cute with the braids, so. Okay, so be careful when you take this part out and don't lose the braids. And then I'm just going to do a messy side bun. And it's okay if it doesn't look good at first, because I'm just going to tuck pieces in. So yeah, then you just have a cute, messy side bun. Okay, so the next look is called an inside-out ponytail, and it's actually super easy, but it looks super hard. But okay, so take all your hair, and you're just going to make sure you have an elastic on your wrist. Okay, so you're just going to make a low ponytail at the nape of your neck. So. Okay, so once we've done that, we're just gonna take the elastic and move it down just a little tiny bit so that it's kind of loose like that. And then you're gonna make a hole through the extra space. See how it's like that? You're gonna like put your hands in it and then make a hole, and then you're gonna push the ponytail through that hole and then mess it up a little bit so it looks cute. Okay. So basically you're just gonna divide your hair in half, and now there's a kind of opening, and you're gonna take the ponytail and push it through that hole so it comes out the opposite end, and then you're done. You can just mess it up a little bit, and that's the look. And then you could just spray your bangs back, but keep them so that they're kind of texturized and not like plastered to your head, because that's weird. But yeah. Okay, so for this next look, we're just gonna put our hair in a ponytail. So let's do that first. Okay, so now that our hair's in a ponytail, we're just gonna take a chunk of our hair. I like to take it from underneath the ponytail. And then we're just gonna braid that. Okay, so now we have our braid, if you can see that. And then we're just gonna take that braid and wrap it around the elastic that's holding our ponytail. Okay, so it looks like that right now. And you might want to use a ponytail, an elastic that's clear so that you can't see it. And then somehow we are going to tuck this braid into the elastic. Okay, so what I did is added a little bit of extra room in my elastic, so I took that braid and I tucked it underneath the elastic so that it now looks like this. And that's your look. So it's pretty simple, but it looks super cute. Yep. Okay, so this next look is just a fishtail braid, and it's pretty simple but hard to get the hang of initially. But if I don't explain it that well, there's like a million other videos on YouTube of this, because it's just such a great look. Okay, so you divide your hair in 2 halves, and then you take a chunk from, let's just call this the back side of this chunk of hair, and you bring it to the front of the other chunk. So it's like that. And then you just continue doing that, changing the side each time. So you take it from this side and bring it over to the front of the other side. So you just keep on doing that. Okay, so I'm just going to explain it one more time because it's easier to see it now that it's like thinner. Okay, so you have 2 chunks of hair, and you take a chunk of hair from one side. It doesn't matter how thick, it's up to you. And then you take this chunk and you bring it to the opposite side of hair at the front of it. Here you're going to take a chunk from the back of that and bring it to the front of the other chunk. Yeah. I need another word for chunk because that's all I say. Okay. I like to leave for fishtail braid a lot at the end because I don't know, it just makes it look more like a fishtail, so why not? Okay, so you got that secure, and I just like to mess mine up a little bit. Messy is always better. Okay, so that's the 4th look, or the 5th, I'm not sure anymore, but yeah. So the last look is a braided headband, and it's probably the hardest one out of everything I've showed you so far, but once you get the hang of it, it's not that hard. Basically, you take your hair and put it on one side, and then all the blood is going to rush to your head because you have to go like this for a bit. Okay, so just brush all your hair over to one side, and then take a section from your ear, and you're gonna all the way to the other side. So this is gonna be like the section that you're gonna French braid for your headband. Okay, so I'm just taking about, how much is that? 1 inch, 2 inches. and you want to make sure that the hair that you take runs all the way to the other ear, because you're going to have to braid that too. Okay, so then after you section it off, you can take a break and put the hair that you won't be braiding in a ponytail, just so that it's not in the way. Okay, so now we're going to go back into this super fun position and just brush our hair out. Okay, so now that we got that, just smooth it out so that it runs all the way along your head to this side. And see how like what I was talking about before, make sure that you have hair that runs to this ear. Don't just take like a section like that, because it won't be a headband. It'll just be a weird, funky French braid running up the side of your head. Okay. So we're sectioned off our hair, and then we're just going to braid a French braid. And it's just hard because it's on the side. But if you know how to French braid well, this should be pretty easy for you. So just take 3 sections and start French braiding. So we're just continuing with the French braid, grabbing more hair as we move across our head, and try to keep your braid so it's not like, try to make sure that your braid is straight. Okay, once you get to a certain point, you can kind of just sit up normally. Okay, so when you get to this point, you want to secure it. You can use bobby pins or a clear elastic, because you're going to hide it behind your hair anyways. Okay, so we can take our hair out now. Oops. And kind of just hide it. I think that's pretty good for not looking in a mirror, so props to me. But yeah, I'm just taking a bobby pin and then another one, use as many bobby pins as you want so that you feel safe. So yeah, that's just a braided headband.